This is the external anatomy of the skull, lateral view. We can see all of the cranial bones and many of the facial bones. This is also the best view to see the bones that contribute to the zygomatic arch and how the temporal bone and mandibular articulates. This one right here, this is the sphenoid bone articulates with the temporal and parietal bone. This is the sphenoid bone. Temporal articulates the temporal and parietal bones, and frontal bone, and it forms a weak spot called the temple. This is the dangerous location. This is a dangerous location for the head injury because bones fracture more easily along this structure. So let's talk about these bones. We have a occipital bone is here, frontal bone is here, parietal bone, temporal bone, and zygomatic arch is here, zygomatic bone. This one is the mandible. In the mandible, we have a the mandibular condyle articulates with the temporal bone right here. Makes the TMJ, temporomandibular joint. This is a mandibular condyle right here, and mandibular notch. This is the mandibular notch. Mandibular ramus. This one, the flat area of the mandible is called mandibular ramus. Coronoid process will be this one. Okay, coronoid process, not the coracoid process. Coronoid process, and mandibular angle is here, and mental foramen right here. Mental foramen, the nerve passes through it. During local anesthesia, they will anesthetize this nerve. Mandible is an entire structure of the mandible, and maxilla will be this one, maxilla. Alveolar process, this area is called alveolar process, okay? Alveolar process. You can see a lacrimal bone, lacrimal canal is there, where the tears drain from there all the way down to the nasal cavity. There is a meatus in the inferior nasal concha. It will drain into the inferior nasal concha, and you have a nasal bone right here. Nasal bone. This whole structure is a maxilla. And sphenoid bone. This is the sphenoid bone, and this area, the hole is here. This is called external acoustic meatus. An occipital bone is here. Mastoid bone is here. Okay, and styloid process. Mastoid bone, styloid process. The other area where muscle attachment take place. This is the external anatomy of the skull, lateral view. Thank you.